You do not need a bachelor's degree. I know it's true. And those certifications is something you can do from anywhere in the world, literally. The minimum you get is 100K a year for the job. And basically a field that I believe anyone can do, right? Regardless of your background, regardless of your experience, regardless of where you come from. Thank you, Lynda, so much for having me. And I truly appreciate being here. I guess also, before I even introduce myself, I really want to just use this opportunity to thank you for what you're doing for the community. You're actually doing a huge impact in the community. And to be honest, I wish I had such a YouTube channel to watch when I came into this abroad 17 years ago. I really appreciate that. And my name is Aisha. I'm currently an Agile coach, a mentor, and a career coach. And prior to me being an Agile coach, I worked as a Scrum Master. And after being working as a Scrum Master, and I started off as being as a project manager. And the way how I got started in this Agile field in general was, my company then was going through transformation. And or they were talking about now they have to go from doing waterfall, and for some of the projects have to go into Agile. And I was literally chosen for this Scrum Master position. And at first I was okay, what is Scrum? What is Scrum Master? What is all of this role? And then my leadership was saying, oh, it's actually a very good field. And I think you definitely have the personality and you have for it. You're always looking out for people and you're really very passionate about helping people. And you really always have people, like you're very influential you've been influential part of this company. So I feel like this would be a very good role for you to just try it out. Okay, sure, why not? So we went to the 2 days trainings at work and we went through this whole training. We had like a whole transformational team came in, help us transition us. And I was like a little bit more interest. So I would spend time on YouTube, like, because I always tell people always start for free, right? Go on YouTube. Basically, you can learn a lot on YouTube. And I started researching a lot more about it. And I was like, wow, this is really nice. And I was okay, this is a good field. And how can I go and get better? And that was like the only way I saw it was for me to even excel in this role was to look for a mentor, which I eventually was able to find my mentor and my coach, which basically later on was so supportive and helped me throughout my journey of me being a coach. And now myself, I'm a mentor. I mentor and I coach. I also help other people too to come to this field. And thank you for having me, Lynda.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's really interesting. So just for us not to talk too much about this thing, I just want to hear what you have to say about being a Scrum Master. What can you say, like in summary, who is a Scrum Master?
Very good question. So when it comes to who is a Scrum Master, I just want to have this out there, right? Because I know there's a lot of people that want to be a Scrum Master, and a lot of people want to come into the tech field, right? And a Scrum Master for me, I would say that is someone that's very passionate about helping others, someone that's willing to put other people's interests over their own, right? Someone that's champion of Agile, that's very passionate about not only helping their team, but also helping like the whole organization as a whole to adopt this new way of doing things in a better way. And someone that I like to see that's not afraid of change, that's flexible, that's willing to don't follow all the whole rules and sometimes bend the rules. And at the end, as long as we are able to deliver this valuable to our customers and make everyone happy. But at the same time, it's basically a field that I believe anyone can do, right? Regardless of your background, regardless of your experience, regardless of where you come from, regardless, I believe anyone can basically be a Scrum Master as long as you are willing to learn, you are willing to be uncomfortable, being uncomfortable, and willing to invest in yourself and basically want to grow in a career path. And it's very good field, and I will highly encourage and definitely ask anyone that's willing to definitely do this. For sure.
That's really interesting. I just want to know, this Scrum Master, is it you said anyone can be a Scrum Master, but I'm wondering, because when you hear Scrum Master and all of that, you for some reason you would think you need like a lot of coding skills or maybe computing skills and all of that. So what do they do? Do they use a lot of code, software, and all of that?
That's a very, very good question. Do you have to be technical or basically be some kind of someone that knows all this
Tech
coding,
savvy.
be a scrum master?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. You do not. To be honest, you have to, of course, understand like project management and also understand the scrum as it's described in the Scrum Guide. But as you continue to work in the team, you will learn the company way of doing things and also adjust better to help the company. But you do not have to be a code. And in some, you do not need a bachelor's degree. I know it's true. And sometimes you don't. As long as you are willing to learn, you are willing to grow, and you can definitely learn and grow for it. And I also have my own program too, where I have people from literally all over the world, where they're like, oh, Aisha, I have my degree from Africa. I am interested in getting into tech. And I was told I have to come back to American school and start all over again, start my degree all over again. I was like, no, you do not. You do not have to go back to 4-year college or go back to start going back to school all over again, like how I was told when I just came to this in abroad. Like you have to go back to college, you have to rechange your whole, go back and start all over again. No, you do not. If you have a bachelor's degree from Africa, yes, you can still get into this field. You have a master's degree, PhD, anyone that have any degree from anywhere in the world, regardless of the country, you still can get in here. But then we'll highly will encourage you to get some kind of certification, right? Either the CSM certification or the PSM certification, or you can also do the SAFE certification. And those certifications is something you can do from anywhere in the world, literally. There's computer system, there's internet, you can log in on those sites. And if anyone need help about getting into all of this, I have my program. It's called the Aisha Scrum Tech Program. And I've helped a lot of people from literally all over the world on how to get into this field. And then also after that is to get a good mentor. I won't lie, because myself, I got myself a mentor. That's how I grew from being a Scrum Master to be an Agile coach. And that mentor is basically the person that will help guide you, right? Help ensure that you're following the right path. You have the right information. And also any challenges you are facing at work or any challenges you are facing personally or anything you're dealing with, you have that person that will be right there to help and support you and guide you through. So that's why I feel like to be very, very successful, you do not need a degree. You don't need anything, but of course you need your knowledge. You need some experience, and that's how you grow in the field. And if you have a mentor, you can even further grow in the field and do the job for sure.
So I'm really excited that we are having this discussion, but I want to ask someone that moves from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Ghana, or all these countries without a degree, because you did mention you can transition to become a Scrum Master without a degree, but you also said that people that have degrees from whichever country, they don't need to start like another degree in the UK or US for them to become a Scrum Master. So, but I want to ask someone that doesn't have a degree, how do they get started?
That's actually a very, very good question, because I'm sure you all also can Google this, right? You can Google like junior Scrum Master roles on Google. You will see sometimes under that application is saying a high school degree required, and bachelor's preferred, right? Under the requirements for you to even apply, it's not saying that you must have a degree to even apply. But of course, always people that have a degree, they will have more higher chances in some case. And sometimes too, experience will always beat out degrees. And we all have seen this multiple times. When people will come out of college, they'll have bachelor's degrees and they'll be like, oh, I've been applying for a job. I don't have a job. And that one high school diploma person that literally have held the job throughout like their 20s years, and they'll apply to those positions and they will get the job over you that have the degree, because experience will always overshadow a degree. And it is true, you do not have to have a broad degree like a degree from UK or US for you to work in tech. Any degree literally from Africa, because remember, sometimes I know when I first moved to abroad, I'll hear people will be like, oh, you better go work in that warehouse. You better go apply in that fast food. You better go work there. Because first of all, you have to learn the US. So they were like, you have to learn the American English. They're like, you have to go learn in American English, and the only way you can learn that American English is by you working in the warehouse or working in the fast food or working in restaurants. And to be honest, my first job myself when I came in, I was working in the restaurant, and which I'm so happy that I have all this experience. I worked as a housekeeper. I worked as a restaurant. I worked in the mall. Name all these jobs and all of those, I'll be working full time doing those minimal paying jobs while going to school also full time for sure. So, but of course, that moment I realized that I do not have to change myself to make company happy. And if you notice, I refuse to do that. I refuse to change my accent to make people happy. I refuse to change the way how I am. If you don't like my nappy hair, well, too bad. That's my hair. You don't like the way how I talk, well, that's my accent. I'm not changing myself to be you. But of course, I'm going to be so respectful to you and to everyone. And I'm going to keep me. I'm going to be me, that person that you like me for me, or then I'm sorry, then I guess you can work with me. And the reason why I'm saying this is that I've come across a lot of people that will send me email, like they want to be part of my program. They're like, oh, Aisha, I really want to join your Aisha Scrum Tech program. But I'm afraid, I heard in Scrum Masters, you have to talk in front of engineers, you have to talk in front of developers. And I'm worried about my accent. I have my African accent. I have this accent. How can I go in these meetings and talk to these people with my accent? And I was like, why would you think that? He was like, because I was working in sales, in customer service. And whenever I talk to them and they'll start asking, where is your manager? Or they'll start asking, are you speaking English? I was like, wow. I was like, and you literally you speak so well. There's nothing wrong with the way how you're speaking. I was like, of course you can join my program. Yes, I can let you be you while I support you being you and get that job. And I have a lot of people too that came from your place that have accents. So look at me, myself, I have accent, but that's me. I'm not changing my accent. I was like, do I even speak like Oyibo? Do you hear me speak like that? And she started laughing, like, no, Aisha, you don't. I was like, okay, yes. So you can. Of course, you have to, if it's be sometimes people are mean, it's just how it is. But don't let them get to you. And yes, you can do this job. You have your degree, you have your master's degree, you have your master's degree. Of course you can do it. And of course, I can guide you and support you through this process where you can get that. By also you being you, nothing is wrong with the way how you speak, So that's why I just want to put this out there just for people. I know you have a lot of viewers from abroad and all of that in Africa.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that encouragement and motivation as well. Really very helpful. So what is the job outlook like for someone that takes like any Scrum course? Is there like, I know it's challenging to get jobs for so many fields now. Is it the same for Scrum Master? And then when you eventually get a job as a junior Scrum Master, I don't know whether you say something like that, how much are they paid? Is it like...
Oh, very, very good question, because I like to do research a lot on that. And I've seen that actually, although right now everything is so chaotic, but in the future, the job have a huge potential growth, like almost 30%, I think, compared to other jobs, because the Scrum Master job is not going anywhere for sure, because a lot of companies are seeing the benefits of adopting Agile. They're able to increase their revenue, reduce waste, and improve quality, and also improve customer satisfaction. So I don't think the Scrum job is going anywhere. Of course, right now it's a little bit slow compared to like last year when people were able to get a job. But I believe that after this year of whole like inflation, all this thing is going on, it's gonna kick right back up. And I think it's a very good job outlook for sure to get in it. And for the salary, and it's 6-figure salary for sure in the tech world. I know like a lot of people that are currently working in tech, the minimum you get is 100K a year for the job. And definitely you can continue to grow. Like me, I started off as a Scrum Master in the Agile space, and now I am an Agile coach. And there's a lot of other things you can do, like release train engineer. You can also do like, if you want to go into product management, program manager, portfolio manager. They have like all these other steps people can follow. So I think it's actually a very good outlook. Although right now everyone is like actually struggling for some people for jobs and layoff.
Wow, thank you so much for that. So I'm just wondering, what do you like most about being a Scrum? Like, okay, you're now an Agile coach. So I'm just wondering how to ask this question right now. But what are the benefits? Like, what do you like most about the job? Being a scrum master, an agile coach, or what do you like most about the job? Is it very flexible? I mean, apart from the salary.
Yeah, I would say, of course, the job is very flexible, whereby in some you work from home and some too you work hybrid, whereby you work 3 days at home and 2 days in the office, and sometimes too you work on site. But to be honest, what I truly like about being a scrum master and being a coach is basically helping people. Like naturally, I like to help people. I feel like I like to help make an impact in people's life, and also like go through all these challenges of not having a solution, and at the end able to see that result. That's literally what keeps me moving. And I also like to be that person that can create an influence in people's life, and also let other people like succeed in their role. And I will always put people's interests over my own. I've always been told this by a lot by my family and stuff. And I found myself now doing that for a living, which I think it's nice. So it's really nice to see people like grow, learn from mistakes and evolve from it. So that's all that makes me so happy about the job.
Wow, well, I'm so excited for you because it's not easy to find someone that really love what they do, and then they are also making an impact in the process. It's not just about the money, because I believe that when you are serving a lot of people and you're seeing the impact, sometimes you forget how much you are even making doing that. So thank you so much for what you and for that advice as well. And then I just want to say, because we know that I have a lot of people on this channel that are already in the process, like trying to study abroad in the UK, in Australia, and some people that just migrated to the UK or planning to move to the US or Australia. What are your top advice for them?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. I like that you asked me that question, because sometimes when you live in Africa, for some of us, myself, I'm guilty. We think when we come to abroad, oh, I'm gonna just go abroad and make it, right? Or it's so we can just I'm leaving all of this stress and now I'm coming here, I'm going to start all over again, you know. My biggest advice for people that are coming from abroad or from Africa, or that people that actually already have degrees, you already have any kind of skills, because we know, like, depending on your age when you live in, or you already have jobs, you have your degrees, you have all this experience. Don't throw those away and come here and start doing low paying job, you know. Investigate, right? Do research, ask questions, come to YouTube, search for careers and all of that, learn stuff and look for good people that's already in the space at where you want to be, and connect with them. Don't afraid to ask people about what they do, if they like what they're doing and what is the outlook. And also today it's so easy, right? We have the internet. You can literally search this from anywhere. And those experience you have from back home and your degree, it's actually very valuable, even in abroad. You should come with your experience. Don't afraid to have it in your resume. Don't afraid to speak on it. And you will hear everyone telling you, like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to go to that low paying job, you have to go do that. Sometimes you don't have to start there. You know, sometimes you might just need 1 or 2 certification to get you through. And that's what I do in my Aisha Scrum Tech program, where basically I support people based on your background, where you're coming from. I can give you different list of recommendation of what you can do. Or if I don't have the answer, I will link you up with my colleagues that are in a different space that's already doing that you want to do. But okay, talk to this person. This person is actually doing that. They can help you, you know. And all those things can help you. Don't just come in and you just feel like, oh, now I have to go be a Uber driver, which is not bad, right? Of course, if you don't have any knowledge, you can, oh, I have to go do this warehouse job. I have to do that. Basically, you can literally make it also continue from where you left off in Africa, and bring that same skills to abroad. And people actually value that you have all those skills and experience too.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you for those wise words. I believe that so many people move abroad and they get jobs that they don't really like, but they feel that that is the only option they have. So this is just to make you aware that there are other options, that maybe something that will really, really bring out that whole passion, and even you will be able to provide more value to the community that you find yourself in. So thank you so much for watching up to this point, and thank you, Aisha, for gracing this channel, and thank you for what you do in your mentorship program. So everyone, she has her own YouTube channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description, and if you want to learn more about Scrum Master, Agile Coach, and some of these that she has talked about today, then you get to know all that from her channel. And if you feel like you want a mentor, a coach, you are interested in becoming a Scrum Master, this is not a paid video. I discovered her and noticed that she has a lot of knowledge about this, and I believe that a lot of people in this community will be able to benefit from this. So if you want to learn more, if you want her to be your mentor, if you want to ask her a question, just go ahead and go to her channel. I believe she also has her other social media channels that you can also get in contact with her. So I'm going to leave all the links in the description. Go and support her channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Aisha, once again. And I will see you all in the next video.
Thank you, Lynda, for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.